We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, let's see this, episode 447 of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, aka the WWE Survivor Series War Games Prediction Show.
Ball games.
War Games. Come on, everyone. War Games.
Ball
War
games.
games.
I am your OG undisputed scholar, Scholar Tarek, taking control of this episode. You're probably all thinking, wait, why is Tarek taking over this show? Well, because we have a Scholars of Wrestling Championship match going on for this Survivor Series War Game Prediction Show. But before I introduce the contenders, I'm going to introduce my Undisputed Scholars tag team partner because we're just here for the fun of it. Scholar Brian. Hello, Scholar Brian. How are you?
Hello, sir. It's nice to take a couple of these shows off, not fighting for titles all the time. It's
Oh
been a
yeah,
long run. It's
we're
been
just we're
about
just
four
here to sit
years.
back. We're just here to sit back and
Yeah,
just enjoy enjoy the title match. I mean, we've already
exactly. It's
we
three
don't need
years.
the titles. We don't need the titles or anything to just show our dominance. Full Gear showed that when we won that one. But it's not about us. It's not about us this
No.
week. It is about, once again, the Scholars of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match. Now let me introduce the challenger, the man who actually got 1 point higher than the Scholars of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. So he's going into this match with some momentum. He is Scholar Jeff. Hello, Scholar Jeff. How are you this evening?
I am ready. I am raring to go. And most importantly, I am overly caffeinated. So let's do this thing.
Let us do this thing indeed. And he is going against the reigning, successfully defending, mind you, Scholars of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the World. And the Mr. Scholar in the Bank Beefcase holder, Scholar Charlie. How are you, Scholar Charlie, after a successful Scholar Wrestling Championship defense against Scholar Jeremy? How are you?
AEW title defense for me against the AEW fanboy Jeremy. I I don't care where this title has been on you, Tarek. I just kissed it.
Oh, let's really hope you watched it.
Charles,
That that
we all
that's what
know.
happens when you use your brain over your heart.
Oh,
Good on
Goldie
you,
is such a
Charlie.
dirty girl. She is such a dirty girl, and you just kissed it. And yeah, good luck with whatever it is you picked up from it.
Kids,
All
kids,
right.
it's not about where the title has been. It's about where the title is going. And I think we
Or
all
is
know the
at.
answer to that.
Oh, okay. I'm actually, you know what? I'm enjoying this little trash talk. Let's keep going with this before we get into the predictions
Got
for
my
this one. I just want to
insurance,
hear a little more trash
got my
talking from the
championship.
champion and
I'm
challenger.
ready for Saturday. So I'm ready
Saturday.
to saying Sunday.
I'm coming for you now on Saturday. I better get your chronology right so you know
I'm
when
ready.
I'm coming.
I'm ready.
Are
Oh,
you though?
I am.
I'll tell you what, you may be ready, but I'm hungry.
I'm pretty
I am
hungry too.
very hungry. And I'm hungry for two things: pizza and championship belts. And I'm on a diet, so I'm all out pizza.
I was expecting you to go. I already had pizza for dinner tonight, so I'm full on pizza. But okay, that's enough fun trash talking for right now. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Scholar Brian, did you enjoy that?
I do enjoy it.
Oh,
It's nice to sit back and watch other people partake in our tradition.
it's beautiful, isn't it? It's
It
beautiful.
is.
And like I said in this intro, it is WWE Survivor Series War Games
Ball game.
2023. And we heard the trash talking. We've seen the build up for this show. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys are for this show?
I'm pretty excited for it. It makes a good leftovers for Thanksgiving feast.
Well said.
I'm going to say I'm going to put on 8.3 on the Portnoy scale. This is going to be a very paint by this is going to sound bad, but bear with me here. It seems like a very paint by numbers Survivor Series. but it is still a Survivor Series. And lately, WWE have been knocking it out of the park, and it gains extra points for us having a potentially very exciting title match on the horizon. Bring it on.
Indeed. So let us go right into it. Let's get into these matches. We're going to start with the Women's World Championship match with Rhea Ripley defending her championship against Zoe Stark. Charlie, you're the champion. Normally, Scholar Jeff would like to have you choose whether or not to go first, but I'm not Scholar Jeff. I'm just going to say, screw that noise. You're going first. So who you have
This is an
for this?
easy peasy lemon squeezy match. I don't really care.
Yeah,
Ray
exactly.
Ray Ripley's retaining.
Rhea. All right. Scholar Jeff, who do you have?
So, a clarifying question before we move on. Does it look like that? Are we just sticking to just our predictions, or are we doing all of them, or are you
Oh,
going in a different order?
we're putting in all our predictions, but it's your guys' predictions who actually matter in this episode because you guys are going for the title. Brian and I are just having fun,
All right, so
just
we're
adding
going
on to
first
Scholar
then.
of the Year points.
Very well. If that's the case, then yes, I'm going to actually agree with my distinguished competition in this particular case. This is a fairly easy one to pick for the night. I'm also going to go with Rhea Ripley. But that being said, I think we're going to get a very, very strong showing from Zoe Stark in this match. She's one of those people on the roster who just need, as soon as you give her that one moment, that's all she needs. And she's going to take the ball, run with it, spike it in the end zone, much like Swerve Strickland did at the last AEW show Full Gear. On second thought, maybe not quite that strong, but I would still put Zoe Stark in that same ballpark. Rhyme fully intended. She's going to knock it out of the park, but she's going to come so very close, but she's not going to come quite where she needs to be to beat Rhea Ripley entirely. Rhea Ripley retains.
I will quickly say congratulations on being the only one that actually predicted Swerve to win. Apparently, breaking into someone's house, trash talking a baby, actually is worth giving you a point.
Still not over that.
I will say this, and I'll just table it for now. This match made me a Swerve Strickland fan. I always liked him, but this is the match that made me a fan and think, okay, this guy is world champ material. He has proven it without a shadow of a doubt. I didn't get to see the entire show, but this match, I loved this match. Beautiful. A plus.
I couldn't agree with you more. I actually think he is the next guy I think he's the guy to beat MJF for the title. But we're not talking about AEW this week. We're here to talk about Survivor Series.
Wow.
And I'm going in rotation to how I see how I'm looking at us. So
Everything's
Brian,
topsy-turvy.
yeah, I know. So Brian, you're next. Who do you have for this match?
Yeah, I agree with everything that Jeff said. It's an obvious Rhea Ripley victory. There's no doubt about that. But this is really a showcase match for Zoe to see if she can hang with the top dogs of the women's division. So I this is going to be a good little match. It's not going to be a complete squash. She's gonna get her shit in, if you will. And but yeah, Ray Ripley retains here. It's pretty straightforward.
I am also gonna go with Rhea Ripley. We're all gonna go with Rhea. Um, Pretty much everything Jeff just said. The only difference I'll say is if she was gonna make the end zone, that would just imply that she's actually gonna win the match, but she's just gonna just miss the end zone. She's gonna just not knock it out of the park because again, analogies go, that would just imply that she's winning. But
She'd get tackled at the 1 yard line.
she gets tackled at the 1 yard line. Thank you.
I just implied she was going to score a touchdown, not that she was going to win the game.
It's essentially the same with that analogy. But
I know it's sports good.
I
Leave me
see
alone.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying in that, but I was just saying, she'll just miss it. She's gonna show that Zoe's gonna show that she's gonna
Ray Finkel it.
Ooh, I like that. I like that reference. But yeah, She's just gonna this is gonna be look strong in defeat match for Zoe. It apparently they looks like they're aiming for Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax at Royal Rumble, so that's something we're all gonna look forward to. But yeah, that's all we have for that one. Rhea for the win. Next up, we have just a grudge match with Carlito going up against Santos Escobar. Jeff, who do you have for this match?
I'll tell you what, I spit in the face of people who do want to betray their friends. I don't I feel like this is almost like a reverse Swerve or Zoe Stark situation where I feel like Carlito is that established name, but I feel like there hasn't been that match to really fully reestablish him. But on the flip side, I feel like Santos Escobar is the prototypical wrestler who sort of needs that little oomph to take him up to the next level. So at first I was going to go with Carlito, but now after thinking about this match, I feel like this could be potentially go either way. This is a very complicated, surprisingly so, match to predict in my mind.
Yeah, this one was tough.
So after giving it absolutely zero thought at all, I'm going to go with Carlito because I spit in the face of people who don't want to be over. Moving on.
Okay. Brian, who do you have for this one?
I have a feeling that I'm going to be agreeing with my rival Scholar Charlie on this one by saying Santos Escobar just turned heel and said that he wanted Rey Mysterio's leg amputated, and you're going to have him lose his first match as said heel. No, sir. This is very unsurprisingly not complicated at all when I say Santos Escobar for the win here because dude just turned heel. Just cut an amazing heel promo. Had Zelina Vega crying on her way up the ramp, and you're just gonna have him lose to Carlito,
I
who
don't know.
really
I
who
seem to remember something very a similar discussion we had last week. How did that go? How'd
Hi,
that
I
go?
wasn't here last week, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But this is,
I don't
but
know. It
but
seems
the
like a very
fact that
similar argument.
but
I don't know.
no, but the
It's ringing a
fact
bell.
that but the fact of the matter is, last week we were talking about AEW. This week we're talking about WWE, and we have to think logically here, which is you wouldn't do all that with Santos Escobar leading up to a big match with Rey Mysterio whenever he comes back and have him lose straight up to Carlito right away after he turns. No, sir. Santos Escobar for the win.
Brian, you essentially just took the words right out of my mouth. This is Santos Escobar's this is his shining match against an established star. I see what you're saying, Jeff, about Carlito needing a win because for today's crowd, the younger audience really doesn't know who Carlito is, but I mean they would have to rely on the past generations who's probably their parents or something like that to make it clear. Oh, I seen this guy when in his younger days. He used to spit on people with after chewing an apple. But yeah, Santos, this is his match. This is a match that he really needs to win to really solidify this heel turn as a real threat. And as Brian said, it's just momentum going for his inevitable match with Ray whenever he comes back. Champ, you're up. But you were as you were laughing at Jeff's prediction and cheering at all of that, I guess I can make it
I
clear on
was
who you're
I've
choosing.
I've been waiting for a disagreement between me and Jeff on this card, and it only took 2 matches. So
And
that
I
makes me
couldn't
a
tell at
happy
all.
camper. Santos for the win. Brian said everything that needs to be said. Tarek added the cherry on top. Santos Escobar is winning this match.
Very good, gentlemen. Very good.
Remind me to take you to Atlantic City again or something, because you got a poker face, sir.
Oh, Brian, isn't this great?
It is.
Are you enjoying the free entertainment, sir? Are
Oh,
you
I'm
enjoying it?
Yes.
I'm not gonna
Yes, we
lie,
are.
Jeff. I'm not gonna lie, Jeff. Knowing you, I was expecting you to really hold back on the trash talking and try and be as much as a good sport as possible. I am so glad to be proven wrong in that case. I'm loving the trash talking that you're going
I'm
against
telling you,
Charlie.
caffeine and greed. I'm fueled by caffeine and greed right now.
And I am enjoying every single second of it. All right, moving on. We got the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship match. You got the reigning champion, the greatest of all time, Gunther, defending his championship against, The Miz. And Brian, it's your choice. Who do you have for this for this fun match? That's going to be fun for me.
I would normally at this point tra-la-la-la-la-la, but no one in the world would believe that I actually believe this is gonna happen. So yeah, Gunther retains. I'm not even gonna bother trolling to say the Miz because everybody would just laugh it off.
Well, I think you just basically do the trash talking just to piss me off, just just to go with our friendly rivalry against each other, just like
Yeah.
our undisputed rivalry, for if you will. But love you. But I couldn't agree more. This is this is Gunther's match. He is going to continue this historic Intercontinental Championship reign against a name that has been a big deal for the Intercontinental Championship. And it's just I'm counting down the days to when he beats the combined reign record. I think he's at 90 days now to beat that record. He has to hold it until WrestleMania to to break that record. But as long as he beats the Miz at second place of 597 days, that'll be good enough for me just to add even more salt to that wound against the Miz and be like, aha, you think you're the greatest Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship? Oh, no. We got the Ring General as the greatest Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time. Let's see. Charlie, you're up, champ.
Gunther.
It's so nice to hear you say that, being a big Miz mark that you are.
I know.
Hold on, let me write it down. Even though I really should just fill it in all with everyone. Jeff, who do you have for this please be predictable match?
Wait, the question was you were asking me who's going to win the match?
Yeah, who's winning the match?
Oh, that's weird because I didn't think that was a question at all. I thought the real question was who is going to go after Maurice after she becomes a widow. Because yeah, Gunther is going to destroy the Miz and he's going to die. The Miz is going to die. Gunther wins and he is going to break the Miz into little tiny, teeny tiny pieces, bite-sized pieces, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's going to be new from WWE shop, the Miz cereal made of 100% pure Miz on store shelves today. Buy your box today. Yeah, Gunther wins.
Speaking before I move on to the next match, did you guys see the interview with what's his name? Chris Van
Vliet.
His interview with Gunther?
I did. I saw some excerpts and man was that cold.
I watched the entire thing and I loved every second of it.
Gunther is
Gunther
batting
just
1,000 now.
He did not hold back.
Gunther he will tell you exactly what he thinks about you to your face, and he'll just give you that stone face the entire time. And that's what I love about it. It's just like His face doesn't move. His face doesn't change as he ruins your life.
I will say that that promo they had on Monday or yesterday at the time of this recording, ooh, like he completely destroyed the Miz. He completely destroyed the crowd when they were started to do a USA chant because reasons. Uh, because he's Austrian, and he just shut that shit down, and he just made that crowd look sad, and it was a big win, and that is why he's my Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. All right, I think I've done enough praising for Gunther for
you can put the
for one night.
towel away now.
No, that's only for Claudio.
I was
Um,
gonna say, I think we're learning a lot about you as time goes on. Clearly, Tarek's got a type over here.
yeah, apparently so. All right, now it is
for
time.
for strong, buff Eastern European men.
Yes.
It's okay. We all have a type. I'm sorry.
Very
Continue.
good. Very good. Next up are the War Games matches. Now, for this one, I'm doing something a little different. I guess it's something similar to when we had the Survivor Series matches, when, Survivor Series actually had Survivor Series matches, where I'm going to, not only are you going to make your predictions on who do you think is going to win the matches, but who is going to make the pin and who, on the losing end, is going to take the pin. And but there is a catch to this. Everyone gets one. I forgot to, I was like, maybe we should bring the Scholars Wheel for this one. But for this one, everyone only gets one choice. Everyone only gets one participant in their match.
So in other words, if one person declares someone gets the pin, that person cannot be picked.
They can't be picked by someone else.
This is bullshit. Yep. Who leads off?
Let's see. But no,
However,
there's even more. There's even more to that. There's even more to that. If the team that you chose loses, and if that person who you predicted who will make the pin actually gets pinned, you lose 2 points.
This is gonna be all or nothing then. Is that
yes, sir? Yes, sir, it is.
Now, hold on. Okay. Is the one person only for the title match? Or is it for everybody involved?
I'm doing it for everybody.
Oh, this is bullshit.
I'm doing it for everyone.
This is gonna be like
so
a bunch
you
of
can't
Cheetos.
choose the
it's gonna be dangerously cheesy.
You can't choose the same person if they're chosen already.
Okay. Huh.
So we're gonna start with the women's War Games match with Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch versus Io Sky, Bayley, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. And looks like from this one, Jeremy misses out in this one because there's only 4 participants in these matches. Oh, okay. Sorry, Jeremy. So first up, let's see who was chosen first. Or who was first in the previous match?
You're first.
So that makes me first. So
you went first in the previous match.
I did.
All right, so it's my go. So I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose Team Bianca to win, and I'm going to actually choose Bianca Belair to make the first pin, or to make the pin, and the person to actually who actually gets pinned is going to be Bayley.
I think Charlie just got a happy that you made that choice.
I wish Jeff made that choice, but I'm happy with what's left.
I'm writing it down. All right, so next is the champion, Charlie. Who do you choose?
Yeah, baby. Okay, the way I see this pay-per-view going down, PLE, pay-per-view, whatever, going down, is going to give away my main event pick, but I see this being a strong heel pay-per-view. And with that being said, Damage Control wins this match, and Io Sky gets a pinfall over. I can't pick Bianca Belair, right?
Nope.
Io Sky gets a pinfall on Shotzi.
Oh, went easy. Smart.
Huh?
Smart. Yeah.
What up?
Went for the easy choice to take the pin.
Now I realize I fucked. You know what the
Okay,
funny
okay,
thing was?
hold
The
on.
funny thing was, I actually was thinking of choosing damage control on this one, and I'm just like, wait a second. Oh shit. Oops. Oh well, I made the pick. I'm living with it. I'm just here to have fun. So Jeff,
That's the
it's
spirit.
hey, I swallowed my gum.
That's the spirit.
All right, Jeff, it's you. Your go. Who do you have?
Okay. Well, I'm also going to go with damage control for the win.
Okay.
But the real question is who's going to pin who here? So just to clarify, with you picking Bianca and Bailey and Charlie choosing Io and Shotzi,
They're out.
They're out. You can't choose
all
them.
of them cannot be chosen.
Correct.
All
Correct.
of them cannot be-
Correct. Okay, that sucks because I was initially going to pick Io Sky and Shotzi. So now I'm going to have to get think on my feet a little bit here. So for this one, logic dictates that if we're going to have this version of damage control stick around for a while, yes, there is a chance that the current reigning champ could indeed get the pin on somebody. But I'm thinking I'm gonna have to think a little bit more bold here. I think given the current dynamic of the damage control group, I'm also going to go with no, I can't do that. I was originally gonna pick Bailey to get the pin on somebody, but Tarek Yore picked Bailey.
Isn't this stipulation fun?
It is.
No, it is
How
not.
to play chess.
Okay. All right, I got something here. But a clarifying question for Tarek. If we pick damage control to win, do we necessarily have to bet that a member of damage control will get the pin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
In
couldn't
that
pick
case, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
what I'm talking
We're-
about is splitting the difference. I'm treating
no,
this like roulette.
no.
Knows he's screwed.
Damn it.
I'm thinking strategically here. I'm thinking strategically. But let's see. If that's the case indeed, then you know what? I'm going to go with Kairi Sane to get the win here because again, much like Carlito, and this returning name needs a big solid win to really poster up there for a new generation or new viewers or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to pick Kairi to get the win. And of the remaining people, the question is, who could she beat? I'm going to go Kairi pins Becky just because there is all three of the remaining ladies in this match are they're big. They're tough. They're all on that upper echelon, but I'm gonna go with Becky here just because she seems like she's a lot more giving lately. Like with all of her escapades down in NXT, she still has her star power, but she's still a little bit more giving than she has been in the past. Because she's basically Teflon at this point. But again, I've been ranting enough. You get what I mean. If I must pick, I'm gonna go with Kairi pinning Becky.
All right, Brian. Where are you going with this?
Well, I have damage control to win, and even though there's absolutely no shot of this happening, I'm not involved in a title match, so I'm perfectly okay saying that Asuka pins Charlotte.
You know what? Yeah, that's fine. And because I didn't even think about there not being five participants in this thing, I'm gonna be nice to Jeremy and have him just choose just for the sake of it.
Whatever.
Yeah. Because I love you, Jeremy, and it sucks that you had to really miss out on this one, but that really can't be said for the men's war games, which is most likely main eventing, with the women's war games probably opening the show, probably. We have Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and the announced, not showing up, okay, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and the Judgment Days, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough. Charlie, you're the first go.
Okay.
So, who do you have for this one?
I have Team Cody winning this, and I have Randy Orton pinning JD McDonough.
Oh, he just took the words right out of my mouth, but it's okay.
All right, Brian, you're up. Who do you have for this one?
No, I'm not up.
Jeff, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say if that I'd be screwed on picks again.
No.
That
That one's actually my bad. It's funny. I'm thinking Jeff, but Brian came out of my mouth.
That much on your mouth.
I didn't say
I love Brian's reaction to that.
Phrasing.
Because I just see Brian getting ready to chug that beer, and then I have my sense. Huh? You couldn't time that.
He said
more
what he
perfectly.
said,
and I mean it, because yes, we're very comfortable with ourselves being undisputed, right, Brian?
Too comfortable.
Oh yeah. Whenever I come down to visit you in Florida, we're sharing that hot tub. All right, Jeff, you're up. Who do you have? Which team do you have to win? And who is your makes the pin and takes the pin?
Well, first of all, I am also going with Team Cody to win. But for the who wins, who gets the win, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes to gets the win, which is what was going to be my original pick anyway. The real question is who's going to get pinned. So if JD McDonough is out of the picture, I kind of think the next person in line is going to be Damian Priest. I'm following JD McDonough follows the logic of, okay, someone who can someone who can easily take the pin, someone whose stock isn't going to drop. My mentality is, I think there's a chance, because of all the focus that's been put on Damian Priest lately, I think this is going to be more of like a counterpoint to it. And I think that Survivor Series is a big enough platform that can accept this kind of thing happening. So if I can't pick JD McDonough, I'm going to go with Damian Priest to get pinned.
All right, interesting. Brian, now you're up. Who do you have to win, and who are your choices?
Oh, Team Cody wins. And I'm not in the title match, so I am once again perfectly okay going Seth Rollins pins Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic. All right.
I
Funny
thought
enough,
about saying Judgment Day just so I could give Drew McIntyre a win, but it's like nobody's going Judgment Day unless Tarek gets a case of the trolls.
Oh no. I guess I kind of went trolls with the previous match where I went against my initial pick anyway and picked fucking Team Bianca. I am also going to go with Team Cody, and I'm going to say Jey Uso makes the pin. And I'm going to, let's see.
I dare you.
Long shot.
I'm gonna say Finn Balor gets pinned just
Ah,
because
boo.
I can't for the life. I can't go against Drew. I love Drew because he's in the right to be angry. And although it would work storyline wise to have Jay pin him, I'd rather it just be pin Balor. So wait, okay, now I'm gonna because I know Jeremy sent the predictions. Did he predict Team
Jeremy
Cody
picked
as well?
Team Cody.
He
So
did.
does that mean Sami Zayn? He gets Sami Zayn pins Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Someone had to take it.
Yep.
Sorry, Jay.
So that one, at least that one, he can actually be more involved with the rest of us on that one. So let's see, Sammy. All right, awesome. So this is gonna be very interesting. So there,
Charlie got the luck of the draw on the two war games.
On both of them.
As if there wasn't already enough of a champion's advantage.
yeah,
I
no,
call
seriously.
shenanigans.
Well,
Unless I win, in which case it was totally fair.
unless Damage Control actually does win and Orton gets pinned and Charlie loses 2 points. Oh, that's a very fun thing to think about. All
A
right,
very
so
likely one,
it's in.
though.
All right, the predictions are in. I think I threw it behind me. All right, there we go. Now I threw it to the side where I was initially planning to. That's War Games for you. Those are our predictions. They are now in the books. Good luck, Charlie. Good luck, Jeff, on your title match. That's all that we can say. Those are our predictions, and now we want to hear your guys' predictions. The people watching this video, what are your predictions for Survivor Series War Games?
Okay.
War
just
games.
just for the fun of it, who do you think is going to make the pin and take the pin? Be sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel, find us on our link tree down in the description below. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on the Twitter or let's see, what's a Xter? I don't know.
Everyone calls it Twitter. Just call it Twitter.
Okay, we'll just call it that Twitter X. There we go. Twitter 10.
X.
Twitter 10.
The Twittering.
All right, you can find us on the Twitter X at ScholarsOW. You can find me, the OG Undisputed Scholar Tark, at the Avataric. Brian, where can they find you?
You can find me enjoying the trash talking on the group chat that's going to be happening on Saturday. I'm counting on you two. At Atomic Beanpole.
Champion in the Beef Case, where can they find you?
At Charlene.
And Scholar Jeff, where can they find you?
You can also catch me most likely in the group chat wallowing in my misery as I probably will come within 5 points of winning the title. And then I'll just end up doom scrolling on the Twitter machines at I'm Robbie Rage.
Love the confidence.
Look, I have to come down and be realistic at some point. It might as well be.
Yeah, you
now.
don't do it on the show.
What can I say? The coffee's wearing off. Leave me alone. Find me on the Twitter machines.
Although to be fair, I probably should have had like you two alternate going first and then just Brian and I going afterwards, just to be like, okay, so you get the first pick of one War Games and you get this first pick of the second War Games.
Oh, but it's okay how it turned out.
But yeah, sure, Charlie. If it helps you sleep at night, go to bed. And yeah, but hey, that's all on me. I'm having too much fun with this. I enjoy the trash talking.
Learning experience.
Oh yeah, that's something I can probably prep for next year if I actually remember to actually do that sort of stipulations. But that's for next year, and that's all that we have to say because we are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're
welcome.
Enjoy Survivor Series War Games.
War
Games.